The National Portrait Gallery, though, is launching an appeal for your best family photos to be part of a new exhibition celebrating British history and culture. Now, we asked everyone in the 5 newsroom to send over their best ones. Take a look at these two. See if you can guess who they are.
Oh, guess who that gorgeous Baba is?
That's me,
It's the gorgeous lady sitting next to me right now. Yes. Oh, who's that? You're asking yourself.
Which one are you, Sia?
I'm the bigger one. Like, the little one is my little sister. She was gorgeous. And that was my mum. And, yeah, we took loads of photos as a kid. However, we don't do that. I don't do that so much now as a family. But we are joined now by royal and family photographer Millie Pilkington to just hopefully explain what's going on, because it's so interesting. We have more opportunities to take photos, to print them off. It's so much more easier than it was when I was a kid. What's going on? Why are we not taking, photos as a family?
Well, I think we're taking still quite a lot of photographs. It's just the problem is they all end up on our phone and remain on our phone and possibly a bit on social media. Whereas in the past, you'd have photographs that were printed. We didn't have smartphones there, so you'd actually print them out and make an effort to put them in the frame. But it's so sad because actually there's nothing more special than the tangible feeling of holding a photograph in your hands.
So we've got some good ones from our 5 newsroom here. Some of these, this is quite an informal one, but some much more formal though, aren't they?
Absolutely. But I think that's how they were in those days. I mean, you would place people and then get them to look at the camera and go, cheese, and they'd all be quite static and formal. But I think photography's evolved so much, thanks to the smartphone as well, because I think it's so much more accessible. We can all take photographs. And the joy is that if there's something silly going on around your kitchen table and, I don't know, your children are fighting or having a food fight or tickling each other and something's funny, you just grab your photo and you can kind of immortalise that moment and capture something very special. The sad thing is that it probably just stays on your iPhone.
You know what else is sad? So, when you go to somebody's house and the first thing you do, or at least the first thing I do, you go in there and you look at the photos, you analyse, look at someone when they're a kid or look at, I don't know, family experience. You don't get to share that so much these days, which is really sad. What about you? How are you with OK, I know you do this in a day job, but how often do you take a big family photo?
Oh, I'm afraid we do. Well, actually, I'm not in very many. It looks like my husband's brought up 3 children single-handedly.
It's always the way, right?
But I do a Christmas card every year with the 3 girls.
Oh, I love that.
Which is always very silly. So I make an effort every year to do something. And actually, I'm being obsessed with photos and portraits. I don't fall into the category of not having photographs on my walls because practically every wall or surface you can walk into are photographs of my children. That's one of the other interesting things is how photography's changed.
This is your favourite photo we've got up here.
Yes. So this is one of the portraits that I've taken for a client. And what I love about this, and it ties in very naturally with the story of what we're trying to get everyone to submit, to the Ancestry website. It's a joint collaboration between Ancestry and the National Portrait Gallery. So for this online exhibition. And so what we are hoping is people will send in photographs that capture a moment in their life. It doesn't have to be a formal photograph. And that photograph is very poignant to me because the father was about to leave to go off to Afghanistan. And we did the photo shoot the day before and it was pouring with rain and the mother was very, very keen to capture this photograph with the father and his children. So just to immortalise this moment, this happy moment, obviously not knowing whether he'd come back, which he did. I'm very glad.
So much in Ukraine at the moment.
Exactly. And so this is a very emotional picture and it's something so simple as just to say that it doesn't have to be the perfect family photograph of everyone saying cheese at the camera.
Any tips, any advice?
Oh, lots of advice. Well, firstly, if it's a candid moment, just be quick, because moments pass very quickly. If you're actually wanting to get a nice picture of your family, you need to sort of almost pre-visualise it, plan it, find somewhere nice to take a photograph where there's nice light, uncluttered backdrop, compose it, and then this is where the magic really has to start. This is where you've got to be funny, or you've got to interact, or make them do something funny.
So you create a moment. Cheese?
Never.
After all these years, that's all we say.
No, you've got to, it's about creating a moment, something funny, so you make them laugh, do something unpredictable, and then you create something that's electric, as opposed to a very static, smiley photograph.
Brilliant advice.
Coming to your house to check out your photos, all right?
Thank you so much.